Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. Do you like giving things away?
Are a species that loves giving gifts, but 30% of all gifts worldwide are actually returned, which is a total waste of money and also not so great for the
So, I say this for a couple of different reasons. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a video for the 2,500 subscribers. So thankful for each and every one of you. It'll be directions on what bottles will be given away for 2,500. Also, who won the Parker's Heritage 14-year samples. There'll be a couple of winners for that. So very, very excited about that. And on top of that, you know, giving away something isn't maybe also just, a giveaway, but maybe you're giving something back. And this is what this bottle right here is about today. So this right here is a 16-year-old Bull Run American whiskey finished in Oregon Pinot Noir cask. 16 years old, man. And this was aged for 37 months in that Pinot Noir cask. What makes this so interesting is that a portion of this bottle is going to be given to the Fraternal Order of Police in this area. So they can contribute to a program that's Shop with a Cop for people that maybe don't have the same, advantage in life, or a little bit underprivileged in things, or they've had some hard times in life, but it gives them an opportunity to go do some Christmas shopping with people and hopefully help, build a rapport in a community. Sometimes police, unfortunately, one bad action takes away 1,000 of the other great actions that may occur. And you only see a certain portion, but not all the good work that people are doing sometimes. So maybe this will help shape, a better feeling about the community, about the police officers that do such an amazing job day in and day out. But this bottle is actually over at Maple Party Shop. Matt does a lot of great stuff having bottles that benefit the community, whether it's for Fort Moore, which was formerly Fort Benning. Fort Moore, he does stuff for them, for their museum and stuff like that. He does stuff for the local firefighters with some of the local firefighters. He's released barrels there for them. And now this one for the Fraternal Order of Police to go shop with a cop. So if you're in that area and you're looking for something that will to give to somebody and also give back, this is that bottle, and I'm reviewing this today. This thing's coming in at 126.68 proof. Man. So it's got a little oomph to it right there. So I'm excited about that. 16 years. The best part about this is under $70. I think it's like 68 bucks for a 16-year that's a finished bourbon at 126 proof. Oh, man. Look at that deep dark color. I mean, that's a deep brownish color on there. Got my Bruzel Whiskey Festival Glen in here today. But man, this thing right here's got some deep, rich color in here. I mean, this is a nice, deep, burnt amber, kind of brownish, a little bit of red hues in there. Beautiful color. Lots and lots of oils coming down the side on this thing. But let's dig into the nose on this thing. It's funny. I was talking with my brother-in-law's brother yesterday. He's a big wine guy. We were talking about, do you smell things different out of your nostrils? And I'm like, I'm left nostril dominant. And he laughed. He said, about 70 people are left nostril dominant. But we talked about that. You do have a lot of times one of your nostrils will have better sense than the other, a better sense of smell than the others, or at least you grab more things out of it. I get that quite a bit. This thing is sweet on the nose. I get a lot of stone fruits in here. It's like some deep cherry in here. I get a little bit of chocolate in here. Sweet oak in here. So I'm getting a lot of very sweet notes on the front of it. Some sweet corn rolling through here as well. But as you get down into it a little bit more, you kind of get that char. You're getting some of the oak that you would get from the barrel itself, kind of the little more of a trying to think, would not be more of a savory type of note through there, which I really like. But I'm getting a lot of a cherry, some different stone fruits, a little bit of a jamminess, getting some chocolate on here, getting some corn on here. Man, and this thing just is so sweet for me, and I just love the nose on this thing. You can tell I've had a few pours of this. I've really enjoyed this bottle, especially at the price point. You know, the price point on here, what it's doing for the community, and the juice inside, I think are all fantastic. So it took me a long enough time to get to this, and I'm sorry because I've been enjoying it a little bit much. And almost got like a little bit of a praline type of a note in there. Some, some pecan and dark brown sugars and butter in there. Let's see what this thing's got on the palate. Man, for me, this thing just rolls down the center of my palate, and I get a lot of that cherry jammy type of note on there. Get a little bit of the oak bitterness on the back, but just the tiniest touch. It's more sweet oak going through. Nice Kentucky hug on here. Tiny bit of chocolate, but this thing right here brings a lot of fruit through this thing. A lot of different fruits in there. I get a tiny bit of grape, a tiny bit of cherry, this jamminess, almost like a sweet strawberry type of jam. You get some of that sweet corn, the sweet oak, a little bit of the drying on the back too from some of the oak, just a tiny bit of char. But man, that Pinot Noir, the finish that it finishes in, makes this very desserty. You do get the little bit of the proof on there, but man, when you first open this up, it pops you a little bit, but after it's opened up a little bit, it really tones down for me. And there's just something about an older whiskey that just brings a depth to it. You know, that with the char, with the caramelization, I talked about that kind of the praline a little bit on the nose. Just some dark, you get this fruitiness, this jamminess, and then you get some really nice dark expressions on the back from the old whiskey that's in there. Man, I really enjoyed this bottle. I'm going to have to go buy a backup of this bottle because you don't find a lot of whiskey aged that long that has that good of a flavor, especially at that price. I'm going to have to get another bottle. Plus, like I said, I'm doing it for charity. So it's easier for my wife to say, well, why'd you have to get this one? I'm going to say, because it's helping kids, you know. But it's true. It's true. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I will be getting another bottle of this. This will be at the Bourbon Share if you happen to be there Sunday. Because I like bottles that in turn also help the community. Because I tell you what, bourbon people are such giving, wonderful people. They like to give back. They want you to try things. They want to do stuff. They want to help people. And that's the one thing I found in this community that's so consistent is the way that people love to give back. And when stores do this that help other, areas that maybe their people are struggling in, it means a lot to me there too. So I like to support those type of stores. And I'll tell you, it's very important that you help your local stores. I understand the big box chains and stuff are out there, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the local store level is the places that I truly like to shop because you develop those good relationships over time and you have a great rapport with them and you have a way, it's a symbiotic relationship in a lot of ways too because they want to help the people that are helping them as well. So, and I see kind of, there's a little bit of a contraction going on in bourbon itself. So, make sure you're checking out your local stores. You're working with the people that have always worked with you, because they're feeling the same thing too. When things slow down, they feel that slow down too, and they need to keep their stores up and running, support their families or the people that are working for them and stuff like that. So it's critical we get into those stores and just keep them. If you're going to spend your dollar, spend it at a place that's helping your community. Hence why this bottle actually means a lot more to me. If I was just reviewing this for somebody who's sitting at a big store, it's like, oh, okay, it's a very good pour, very good price. I would suggest that you check it out if you're interested in it, but it means more when you know the history behind it too. We were talking today, Chris and I were talking in line. We were doing at a bourbon drop, and there's like, I'm going to remember this bottle because you and I were here and we were talking about this and we did this. And there's an attachment to that bottle too. So it's, I have that same attachment to it as well now. So it's just a neat story type of stuff. I know I've been ambling on and talking a lot, but look, this is coming out on Saturday. I hope that you're off today. If you're not, if you're working, keeping us as a country going, I absolutely appreciate your work. I don't have to work the weekends anymore. I did for a long time. But you are the people that help keep America running, and I absolutely appreciate you. If you're off, man, I hope things have just slowed down for you a little bit today. Saturday, Iron Bowl, going to be deep frying a turkey, hanging out with my daughter, the grandbabies, my son, my wife, and just having a good time and some nice pours. But time's going to slow it down for us that day, because I'm claiming it now. We're going to have a good time, and we're just going to relax. But man, most important, I hope you all have an amazing day. Cheers and God bless. Thank you.